Hello, everyone. This is Howard Dare. Thanks for stopping by. So, I'm a little late. I don't know if my audio equipment is working, and it's certainly not working the way I had wanted it to work. So, that's what was going on there. It looks like it's working, but the quality is probably a lot lower than it was with some noise in the background. Anyway, hopefully we'll be okay. I want to talk about why women and feminists hate men. And trust me, this isn't going to take us very long, right? Because I really just want to talk to you guys and get some ideas from you. But it's a con job, essentially, right? There is, of course, this natural biological resentment, like they don't want to be women. And if you think about it, you really can't blame them. Not that I'm suggesting, we be sympathetic to women anymore. Oh, hey, check this out. I've made a decision, okay? And I want you to guess what that decision is by the way I speak throughout the next 10, 15 minutes. And then I'll go into the chat and talk with you guys. Can you guys hear me okay? Is my audio okay? Can you give me some feedback on that? Now, I'll keep talking. It is evolutionary biology. This is simple biology. This is the root, this is the core of female behavior for us. It's this appeal to the worst aspect of their nature. Marketers, governments, leaders have known since the beginning of time that if you can scare the women folk and you can get them riled up, the men will follow suit, okay? So you don't have to control a whole bunch of smart, intelligent, capable, strong men. You just have to frighten the women a little bit, and they'll pretty much go along with you. It's hard to see it when you grow up in it. And now we're inundated with it. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Audio is on point. Thank you. Devon's Piano Music. That sounds great. That sounds like a lounge act. I'd like to be there. Usually I pre-process my sound so that I can, sound a little better and I can take the noise out of the microphone. All microphones are different. They all pick up different frequencies differently. So it's ideal if you can process the sound up front and then put some other things on it. But I had to turn it all off because it didn't appear to be working. I didn't think this was going to work, but it seems to be working. So great. So it's in the female nature to have this kind of resentment, obviously. We all understand that on a basic level. Like we all resent whenever we have to be in a submissive role, right? Of course you do. It's unnatural. It's unhealthy for a man. For a woman, we figure biologically it's not so bad, and it's not as bad for her as it is for you. I can guarantee you that. Every time a man steps aside and says, "Yeah, a woman can be in charge just as well as a man," his testosterone takes a hit. Because that's what the testosterone is. It's like this response to the entire cultural, environmental situation that the male is in. You can fake it for a while too. Like you can, win the big money and, things like that. You can do certain things, but it does kind of come to really balance with, really where you feel you are in the situation. And then your testosterone reflects that and your stress levels reflect that. And then, your health and anyway, off topic, but I want you to take care of it. So it's built in biologically. The institutions, the leaders, the people in charge, they're feeding it. They're using it to control the population. Again, it's a lot easier to control the women and get them riled up and get them frightened and use that to drive your public opinion at the polls regarding the issues, in the media, regarding what products you buy. Look at what power they have now, right? It's amazing, isn't it? Like they can boycott certain products. Look at what happened here, the adpocalypse, some time ago, back when I was, more here. Just by having this, leftist woke attitude, like we're not going to advertise on these, particular types of issues. Talk about how covertly they stamp down on free speech. And, they cast the male, of course, is cast in this role as, the oppressor. And it's done throughout all the cultures and populations. In other words, the Chinese women are doing it to the Chinese men. Korea, same thing. And when it becomes this advanced technological society, there's all this motivation to get the resources. You know what I mean? There's so much stuff there, and you can get it by playing the victim. And in some cases, there are real victims that we want to help. Okay? Of course there are. There are some real issues socially, ethically, justice-wise, at play here. It's a real shame that they get bogged down with, this feminist, leftist rhetoric that, you weaponizes all of this, and in doing so has to cast one group as, the oppressors and, the evil ones, and that being the men, the local men of their population. And they just won't stop playing this card. And the men are going their own way. They're walking away. They're trying to build their own future outside of a society that they fucking built. How's that? How do you like that? You built the house. You really did. Your values, your principles, the things that you believe in, they built all of it. And you're cast aside. Yeah, really something, isn't it? So, it's a scam for resources, for attention, and there's so much of it in this modern technological society. Understand that in a much more, rural, difficult society, the women can't get away with this. There's not even that many resources. They're still doing it. Somebody made a great point yesterday that the women in third world countries, you think you're getting somebody who's submissive and everything like that. No. They're just more sneaky. They're just going to hide it more on the surface, and they're just going to have more resentment underneath the surface. And when the opportunity comes, they're just going to express it. And that is simply female nature. That's not even, we can't even look at that and go, wow, this is terribly unfair. It's like, nah, you kind of should have figured she was going to do that. Like a kid loose in the candy store. That's what a technological society becomes to the women and to the dependents and the people who really don't even want to give it a good effort. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what's going on? Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Yeah, One Fast Dak is here, everybody. Putting out some quality content over there too, Dak. Especially the women in micro bikinis and yoga pants doing the stretch exercises. Found me a whole new niche here on YouTube. Right? I mean, hey, if they can do it, can't anybody? Right? We're all equal. Oh yeah, now I'm really messing with you because my audio won't protect you from me screaming. What's going on in the audio? What's going on in the comment section? Audio is good. We hear you, Mr. Dare. Thank you, Luke. Good to see you, bro. Kwai Chang Kane is here. Yeah, great show. Loved it. Really did. Yeah. Let's see. That's what Hitler said. You just need to get the women. Yeah, no, it's true. You go back to the Roman times, too. You know what I mean? That's what Plato said, too. We've known it for ages. Check the Bible. That's what the Bible's saying, too. You've got to keep... And you have to keep male nature in check, too. Like, you can't just let men go to war, and just murder people. Or, you've got to curb that somehow. We have romantic literature. We have, the chivalry, that literature to kind of like, honestly, okay, the knights were just going all over the fucking country and just pillaging and raping and under the king's name, so there had to be some way to like get them to start behaving in this chivalrous manner, right? So now you've got romantic love thrown into the mix. I had a great comment on one of my last live streams. You guys just should check it out. The idea of heaven itself being created to make men sacrifice here in the present material life for some reward there in the afterlife, and, I'm not trying to offend anybody or anything like that, but, what a scam that could be, right? And you don't even need to apply it to heaven. You could just, for some future reward down the road, like the woman's just playing the man, and he's just a beta male orbiter. That's it. And that's all he's ever going to be. And, his behavior is actually creating more of that. So, the women don't respect the men's efforts to approach them within within the social context that they've created, because it's a shit test, I mean, it is. This is a giant shit test. And we failed. Right? But there's a way, all right? There's a way for the men to reestablish Reality itself demands that you adhere to physical laws. Okay? So, a lot of men are waiting for a physical breakdown in the universe, right? Like, when's that going to come? But our monkey brains are just going to keep engineering this bullshit for the women. It's just going to become easier and easier for them to control more and more. And the men are just going to give it over because we're all equal. But we're not all equally fit to make certain judgments and certain types of judgments. I'm talking about. So anyway, they're trained to hate us. Okay? The young girls are trained from single, bitter mothers now. This is like the first generation of both boys and girls that are essentially raised by single mothers. Yeah. You know what I mean? And with all of that in mind. And they've got problems from an early age. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. Thank you to everybody who's been, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, even donating. Even donating through my new CashApp. CashApp is awesome. It really is, man. Check it out. Sign up for it through my link, and I get like $15, and then send me $5, or send anybody $5, and they'll give you $5 back. Okay, but you could send that $5 to me, and then I end up getting like $20, right? And then you've got CashApp, which is a nice app. Of course, you don't have to send anybody anything. I don't think you do. Oh yeah, eventually you do. I don't know. But it's a good app. And it's not like PayPal that tries to get all up in your business. So, boom, payment processor. Way to exchange currency. It's a nice tool. Like if you can't exchange currency, it doesn't have a whole lot of value. And if you can increase the rate that we can exchange it and by the ease by which we can exchange it, haha, you've just put yourself right in the middle of a lot of business. So they hate men, they resent men, they want to be men, they don't want to be women. They're playing it for all the sympathy they can get. What do you guys think about this? Why do the women and the feminists hate men? And the young girls are trained to hate the men. The whole culture is demonizing and, calling the men the oppressors. So, of course, the younger women are trained in this manner. So, and of course, men are not the enemy. Men have never been the enemy of women. Sometimes men become ridiculously violent and crazy and sexually motivated. Yes, they do. But it's the smallest, percentage. And we as a culture and a society, we recognize that you can't just let that run wild. And we don't. And likewise, you can't let the female emotional mother take care of everybody and everything and, hate on the local male. You can't let that part of that nature and that instinct run wild. And we have. And we keep doing it. So, how sorry can you feel for us? I'm sorry. I'm joking. I don't really mean that. I have a very good scientific philosophical theory for the hatred for the cedars of life that dates back to the Big Bang. Well, yeah, you really could. There's a positive force and a negative force within the universe. And I imagine the negative force does kind of resent the positive force. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a positive and a negative force. Yeah. Hey, what's this? I'm checking out the comments section. Oh, where else I need help? I need help coming up with titles for MGTOW videos, right? For example, the 1,000 schlong stare, right? And I'm proposing that this is what the women, when you see them with all that anger and frustration on their face, that they really are just looking at a life of having to suck 1,000 schlongs, right? So they're pissed, and you can't really blame them. So that's one, so I'm looking for stuff like that. Stuff that I could actually use, right? This includes the text on the thumbnail, right? In contrast with perhaps the title of the video. Yeah, indeed. The thumbnail for this video should have had a woman staring into the distance, angry, and the text should have been the 1,000 schlong stare, right? That's what I'm talking about. So kind of like memes, but between the titles and between the thumbnails, right? So give me some of those, --MGTOW, right? That you just add the --MGTOW to the end, and boom, that's it. It's guaranteed some of an audience, as opposed to if you just did it otherwise. But then you could also kind of like label yourself as red pill and be like a dating coach, but then also be like red pill? How do you, what is that? What is a red pill dating? Okay, yeah, no. I'm just fucking around. I'm just messing around. Of course I know what it is. What else is going on in the comment section? Chris Mitchell is here. Thanks for stopping by, Chris. How's it going? What does he have to say? I tell you, StreamYard is acting sluggish today. Howard, are you saying we should all get guy bikinis and get on OnlyFans, Instagrams, YouTube Shorts? Well, they do seem to make a lot of money at it, Chris. And since we're all equal, I don't see why not. I mean, it should work, right, in principle, you know? In theory and principle are the same. In practice, they are not. Hey, no, I've just discovered a whole new fucking range of, video niches that I like to watch, right? Desperate women who aren't all that good looking but look okay, trying on micro bikinis for views. For views, for popularity. Okay? Talk about getting your free content. And they get a lot of views too. Hey, Tomsy, how's it going, bro? Haven't seen you in a while. So it's really great to, be back here. It takes a while to, come back. You know what I'm saying. And the more that you have to bring to bear, usually the longer it takes. Now, Napoleon was an expert at bringing his force to bear at the place where it would have the most effect, and an unbridled enthusiasm and energy, you know what I mean? It's almost unmatchable. If you can do those two things, that's quite a force. And of course, you're using your intelligence and everything like that as best you can. So why can't we as men do that for ourselves all the time, every day? And of course, you take a break once in a while, every couple of hours, you have a cup of coffee or a cigarette or whatever it is you like. But those other 6 to 8 hours out of the day, boom, you are focused, your best your best force at the focus of the problem, and you make fucking headway, right? And you do. A man can do that. Okay, you don't have to be distracted. You just have to find something where you can make that headway. And this is part of going your own way, finding your own way, building your own way. Because if you try to exist within this system, you can exploit this system. There's things you can do, definitely. Exploit the fuck out of it. Use it. Women think they don't need men? Fine. Charge them for everything. Charge them for every light bulb that has to be changed. It's fucked up. It's just messed up what's happened here. It really is. I can do an intellectual analysis of all of this. I really can. I can. I know I can. But is that what's really needed? Right? This is bullshit. It's a giant shit test. Okay? And the only solution now is for you to go your own way. And that means to find your own way. And that means to make your own money. And that means to support yourself. Now, could you be part of the group? Could you be part of the company? Could you be part of the corporation? You bet you could. Absolutely. You can do your day job. You can earn your money. You can earn your keep. You can get by. And then you can, on the side, you can do whatever, side things you've got going on. And you have access to the whole world through the internet. So don't be like, I didn't know how to market it. Because you can do it. You can get people to do it for you. Although that's, figure out what you're doing. What's going on? Is Smurf here? Someone's mentioning Smurf, but I didn't see Smurf. Yeah, I'm going to try to do these live streams regular, but I don't want to go on for too long. Yeah, check out the time. Click on my CashApp donation link. I really appreciate the support, you guys. I really do. Every little bit helps. It makes a big difference to me concerning my situation that I'm in right now. I'm really trying to work my way out of it on the side, and I'd like to share that with you guys, as I do it. Kind of like as a thing to do. It's important. Find ways to make money. Yeah, definitely. I think I'm going to do robo-voice videos for affiliate marketing. Now you're probably saying, well, Howard, that's, really sleazy and cheap and dirty. But it's not, because you're only trying to attract the people who are already interested in that product. You know what I mean? So if you're doing a product of amazing belly fat powder, right? Lose belly fat powder. Okay, you're not scamming anybody. You're people are out there fucking interested in belly, losing weight powder. Boom. So you're just helping those people out. Truly, truly. If you're doing something on dog walking, you're just helping out those people who want to fucking walk dogs. I like walking dogs. And that's what we're doing here, man. I'm just walking the dog, right? So, yeah, have you figured out? I guess I didn't make it very clear what it is I've decided at the beginning of the video. I've decided, and you're going to like this, MGTOW. I've decided that we, men, MGTOW, are in charge. That's it. That's it. We're taking over, okay? Be the revolution that you wish to be. We're taking over. That's all. And we've always been in charge. We just haven't exercised it. We are dominant. And we're supposed to be. We are rightly dominant. Damn. Return of the King is what I'm talking about. Talking about you, boom, returning. Welcome to your comeback. Welcome to the beginning of your comeback. Right? The king who has been away on crusades, letting the women run the kingdom. No, we're coming back. And we are back, okay? So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We got to build ourselves up, okay? I'll show you some things that I'm doing. One of the things I'm doing, the first thing that Howard Dare is doing is helping MGTOW. Because to me, that's my core. That's my base, okay? I'll build from there. And that's what I'm doing. And thank you guys for being a part of that. Yeah, it saves my life. Checking out some more comments. Yeah, so come up with titles for me. Absolutely. Come up with video ideas for me, although I can't guarantee. Or just topics to talk about. What the fuck? I'm telling you, StreamYards is being really sluggish. Really sluggish. I'm not responding. My stuff is not responding. Okay. StreamYard warned me that there was an outage in Brazil. What the hell does that have to do with me? All right. Picking up. Here we are at the comment section. The universe is constantly expanding and creating itself like a man that becomes that which he is. That's right. And the situation is changing around you constantly. And your brain is adapting constantly. And that's your tool. So be smart. Use your time wisely. Focus. On purpose. Directed towards the area where you can make the most progress. And that's probably going to be making money. Now, you don't need what? Yeah. We'll worry about that when we come to it. We'll cross that bridge. It's like, oh shit, Howard, I've got too much money. What should I do? It's like, well, I've got some ideas for you. But until we get there, okay, focus on building up the income, the assets, not just money in your pocket, although that helps. Cash on hand, absolutely. Fuck that, right? I don't like it when people try to get dominant around me. I really don't. Anyway. Oh, here's Curbing Speed. What's up, bro? Saying, the outlaw made a video game of great insight. Anti-feminism is the new feminism. Yeah, please, ladies, women, step up, man. Man up. Women need to man up. That's all there is to it. Because they've been, yeah. And only women can bring the women under control now, right? So maybe that's what we ought to do. MGTOW, call out to the women to fucking take control of the crazy women, to not let this hysterical, victim, crybaby mentality come to dominate a modern technological society. It's messed up. All right. Sorry about that. Back. Yeah. I could not even get on StreamYard for a long time. And finally it did work last Saturday. It did not like my YouTube account. Yeah, yeah. It's just being real sluggish with me. Like I couldn't even do my basic audio processing. So you're going to have to forgive me. Yeah, compare the audio on this one to the audio on the last one. I would like to see you at the Fresh and Fit podcast. They don't teach lessons completely. I'll look into what it is. Certainly a MGTOW male mindset that is more than red pill is necessary and welcome in this day and age. Now, the mainstream sees it as radical, over the top, extreme hate speech. But it's not. I mean, it's nowhere near anything like that. They're just offended at the whole idea of it. Again, they're just playing the victim and things like that. It is an idea whose time has come. It is what the men need now. It is what men need to do. They need to divorce themselves from the situation. It doesn't matter. They're being divorced out of the situation anyway. You know what I mean? So you might as well do it on your own terms, is what I'm saying. Protect yourself at all times. Okay. Moving on. I was just thinking about this from Light Remius. Thanks for stopping by. I was just thinking about this today, how feminists wouldn't last very long if they could somehow turn into the average man. They're so jealous of billionaires and chads. Clueless. Yeah, I was just talking about, seeing a young woman who was transitioning to being a man the other day. She was like a bald-headed bowling ball. That's what she was shaped like. And I thought, yeah, good for you. Do whatever you want, man. Take whatever hormones you want, whatever the government gives you, have whatever operations you want. But you don't know what it means to be a man. You don't know what it means to be bullied. You don't know what it means to overcome your fears like that in that kind of a situation time after time. You don't know what it means to do something incredibly stupid, get yourself hurt, get somebody else hurt. You don't know what it means, to be a leader and to fail. You don't know what it means to be a leader and to succeed. You know what I mean? They just want the glory of the whole situation, not understanding that, yeah, the man loses 10 times and then he wins one. Unbelievable, Just entitlement. It's just a ridiculous amount of entitlement. And the prettier they are, the more entitled they are. And the uglier they are on the inside through their behavior. And they might accuse men of being the same. They might. Sacred why? That's because they let women off their fresh and simp show talk over them and control the narrative. Yeah, indeed, right? Just being polite. Wouldn't want to offend anybody. Oh, well, we live in this culture of political correctness, so we're screwed. It's amazing the amount of control that this type of propaganda, media control demonstrates. But if you think about it, they're going for, control of a group, collective, hive mind, and they've got it. And the free, independent, questioning, threatening voice, rationale that wants to go its own way, that has its own interests at heart, is seen as a threat. And we all know that this is the very quality that you need to make your way in the world. You can work through the system, though, too. You can work with it. You can get it right. Just checking out more comments. Thank you, everybody. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to check out the other MGTOW channels. Fresh and Fit Advocate for Men. But are they MGTOW? Would they even call themselves MGTOW? Well, probably not. You know what I mean? There's a huge market, around this very issue. And, there's a lot of people in that market. But they know not to actually say, yeah, this is, a shit test from the women. This is evolutionary biology. This is hypergamy. This is a bunch of white knight simps begging for pussy. They won't go that far. So that's where the money is. but it's a bit of bullshit. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, well, enjoy your success, because in a year from now, you're going to be selling protein powder out of the back of your trunk at the fucking gym, because she's going to take you for everything you have, or you'll be in jail. Just painting a bigger target on themselves, right? Can't help it, right? Just wants to strut, be the man, show everybody. It's like, yeah, well, good luck with that. Guess where that's going to lead. F&F is a simp couple, in my opinion. If you wish to go through them to financial betterment, no. If you wish to learn the philosophy, anywhere else is better. Their vids with stupid chicks get old for me. Yeah, well, it's always amazing how, a woman can tell a man how to put on muscle and shit like that. Robert, thanks for stopping by, bro. Just checking out the comments. The herb, the hive, yeah, tasted what they offer. Nope, solo to the grave. Yeah, well, if you want to, make it to the grave, not too quickly. Exactly, and if you do want, company, you're keeping it, limited and wisely under control. Oh, what's this? This sounds good. I'm not going to tell a man he's not MGTOW. I just never heard of F&M call themselves MGTOW. Well, I'll tell a man he's not MGTOW. But, like, there's married men, with kids living, with their wives, doing everything they can to help their wives, and those guys are MGTOW. Some of them, right? Like, they hate where they are. They understand exactly what's going on, and they want no part of it, But that's the situation that they're in. What if a man, is legally, many men are, they're paying child support. They're paying thousands of dollars a month. Anyway, I don't want to upset people even more. Howard isn't the only one to have the balls. That's right, man. That's right. All the men are fucking out there putting it out there. And good on them for getting it right. Will I do a fucking live stream with, wait a minute, with MGTOW values? Will I go on with MGTOW values? Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know if he'd have me. I don't know. Do you guys think that MGTOW values would have me on a live stream? I mean, yeah, I would do it, right? But I think, like, I may have, yeah, of course I would. Yeah. I think MGTOW values is great, so of course I would. And big shout out to him. And I think he does a Friday night live stream, doesn't he? The Listening Post. Yeah. So check that out a little later. Yeah, I'm not here to be here too long. Yeah, any chance I get to live stream with MGTOW values, I take it. Of course I do. One sec. Okay, yeah. So I'm just going to not continue unless, some of you guys who haven't subscribed, subscribe. I'm just going to I'm shutting it down. Yeah. Unless you subscribe. Unless some of you subscribe. It's fucking hurting my feelings. Yep. We can create a real monster here. I want those titles, MGTOW, title ideas that you guys might have. I want to start collecting daily news articles related to MGTOW, and just, put them up in a central location where everybody can get to them. We'll see what happens, right? So what if we did that, right? What if we just kind of like, every day, throughout your things, anything that like seemed to, expose female nature or, help lift the men back up into a position, where they're supposed to be. What if you just like shared that link with me and sent it over to Howard Dare? Boom. That's all I'm talking about, right? And then, I could even automate the process where then all those links that I get, yesterday, boom, I put them up someplace, boom, the next day. And they're just MGTOW, anti-feminist, kind of stories. That's all. Anyway, yeah, good idea. Okay. It's quite funny how the women have bitched and got what they wanted, and now they don't want what they have. Oh, exactly. You know, they hate the men, but they want to be the men. But they're not men. Yes, women are big children, Luke. Thank you. Just a bunch of babies. But yeah, it's essentially true. And this is what happens. Okay, when you build a society and you build it right, you get to a level of excess and you create a huge dependent class. And they, through resentment, you know, even being taken care of, like, you know, somebody mentioned in a comment to me today, you know, the more you take care of people, the more they resent you. The more you let them earn your spurs, the more they, their spurs, the more they respect you. So by taking care of, you know, essentially a dependent class, because we, you know, have got a lot of things down really well, they've grown and their resentment has grown, and they work to invert the values. They work to switch everything upside down. And it definitely happens every couple thousand years. You know what I mean? And now in a modern technological society, it's like a bunch of male animals building nests for the females, and they just keep building them bigger and bigger and putting more and more trinkets in there and shit like that. Now the nests themselves are like this huge problem, and the females are like, you know, messing up the nest severely and not taking care of the young, right? So yeah, just picture a bunch of fucking birds, you know, with giant nests. Yeah, I've got quite the imagination, right? This is why we need to support the Howard Dare channel, so that we can grow this thing, you know, and put it out there. MGTOW Inc. Fuck yeah, right? And we decide, all the men decide, and they decide through rationality, intelligence, and they discuss it, and they make their points, they make the adjustments, and they pick the best course of action. That's what we're doing from now on. That's what I'm doing from now on. I don't care. I don't care if they think they're in charge. Let them pretend to be in charge. I don't care. What they're in charge of, they're just going to break it anyway. Right? We were fools to build it for them. Yeah. No, we weren't. No, we could just go away and build it again. Exactly. You know? Just take your skills and build yourself a good life. Make your money through that system. Right? Exploit the system. Exploit the weaknesses in this gynocentric bullshit system. And go your own way. And if you, whatever company you wish to keep, whatever you wish to do with your spare time, that's up to you as a man. But be aware, be smart, don't be stupid. Don't fall into all of these traps that your biology is kind of like, you know, setting you up for. What else is going on here? Okay. No, I'm not the only one. Yeah, whatever, okay. Will I do a live stream with MGTOW values? Anytime, any place. Yeah, so there you go. Idea for a title. Here it is. Right. Once I go to click on it, I can't fucking read it. The ever-consuming black hole. Dash MGTOW, right? So I can't give you full points there. Yeah, I get it. And then I just show a picture of a woman there. Exactly. Maybe I can do a graphic of a black hole inside of a woman's mouth. It's not bad. Yeah, I can work with that. There are good women outsider, but not on YouTube or social media. Yeah, normal, healthy women don't hate men. There's no reason for them to. Men are not the enemy. But the majority of women are, you know, indoctrinated to believe this, and there's a vested interest financially, attention-wise, victim-wise, sympathy-wise in playing it. So that's where it is. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to finish this out, okay? So thank you guys for stopping by. Look in my description section for my, donation link. I really need your help. Even $5. I hate to. Thank you guys for all your support. Okay. I need it. I really appreciate it. We're going to put it to good use. I'm going to try to do these regular, like every day at about 3 or 4 o'clock. And we will improve. The quality will improve. I want to get you guys on here and get more interaction going on as well. Leave a like. And please, join me again, Howard Dare, as I plan to have more content for you. Thank you, MGTOW.